Yeah.
Okay. Chapter 6, the markets. Markets. When you talk about markets, basically we're talking about the interaction of demand and supply. That is what market is, because it is a place where buyers and sellers meet. And when we talk about buyers, we're talking about consumers. And when we talk about sellers, we're talking about suppliers. So that's demand for consumers, supply for the sellers. So the interaction between demand and supply is what market is about. So in any market, the price is set where the wishes of consumers are matched exactly with those of producers. The price called the equilibrium price. So in every market, there's what we call equilibrium price, which is the price of agreement between the quantity demanded and the quantity supplied. I think that is clear.
Yes.
So the equilibrium price is just what I said now. The way in which the forces of supply and demand determines prices in the market can be shown graphically within this figure. Show one, okay? So the equilibrium price, the next paragraph, the equilibrium price is also known as the market clearing price. This is because the amount supplied in the market is completely bought up by consumers. There are no buyers left without goods, and there are no sellers left with unsold stock. So the market is at equilibrium. The market is at equilibrium because at that point, all the goods available in that market was sold. And it means that consumers in that market bought everything available in that market. Why would they be able to buy everything in that market? They're able to buy everything in that market because the market is selling at a clearing price. That means they are selling at an equilibrium price, which means they are selling at a price that both consumers and suppliers have agreed to buy and sell. So that's what they said. The equilibrium price is also known as the market clearing price. This is because the amount supplied in the market is completely bought up by consumers. There are no buyers left without goods, and there are no suppliers with unsold goods. That is market clearing price. I think that is clear. So the market is cleared. That is equilibrium price, the price of agreement between the quantity demanded and quantity supplied. Equilibrium price will bring about clearing price, which means at that market, everything bought to that market were sold.
Yeah.
So that's about that. Then they said the market, okay, now the total revenue or the total expenditure at the equilibrium price. We have it in the table. So this is what we say. This is a typical demand and supply curve. There's a point at which they meet. That point at which they meet is called the equilibrium point. And the price at which those curve, both demand and supply meet, is the equilibrium price, which is 1.5. And the quantity supplied and demanded in that market is 60. That is the equilibrium quantity. I think it's clear.
Yes.
So for total revenue is the amount of money generated from the sale of output. I think that is clear. Yeah. So it is price multiplied by quantity sold. Clear. So we go to changes in demand immediately. If demand increases, prices will rise. This is because producers react to rising consumer demand by putting up their prices. So look at how it happens. There's a change in demand. And as a result, producers or firms, they react towards that change in demand. So a change in demand is not as a result of a fall in price now. We're saying that the price at which the market is selling, the consumer continues to buy at that point in time, and the demand for consumers increases in that market. The reaction of suppliers is to increase the price, because we said the law of supply is the higher the price, the higher the quantity supplied. Yeah. So because the demand in the market is increasing, suppliers would rise the price.
Yeah.
That is the point I'm making here. So they can do this because customers want the product in higher numbers. So it is easy. It is easier for firms to increase the prices when there's changes in demand, especially when there's an increase in demand, because consumers want the product. So because they want the product, whatever price is available, they will buy. That is the point there. Yes. So here, demand is increasing from D to D1. And as a result of that, price will increase from P to P1. Yes. Do you understand? That is changes in demand. Supply remains the same. But what is happening to demand? Demand has increased. As a result, supply would remain the way it is, but price will rise. Yes. Do you understand the point here? That is changes in demand. Clear? Yes. So, as soon as price increases from P to P1, As soon as price increases from P to P1,
Yeah.
what happens to the quantity supply? The quantity supply will increase from S to S1. Do you get the second graph? I'm explaining the second graph now.
Yeah.
The second graph is the continuation of the first graph.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get it?
Yes.
Firms will supply more because the price has increased. Yes or no?
Yes.
Shifting the supply curve rightward from S to S1 because the price has increased. Do you get it?
Yes.
You don't get it. Okay. Is the first graph clear?
Yes,
The first
yes.
graph is talking about
Yeah.
demand, which means an increase in demand will bring about an increase in the price of goods.
Oh, yeah.
So that is changes in demand.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying there? That is about changes in demand. So what happens to supply? Supply, there will be changes in supply because the price has increased. So there will be a shift, there will be a change in supply when the price increases.
Yes.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Now, here they said, look at the supply curve here. As soon as the price falls from P2 to P, from P to P1,
yeah.
No, here we have an increase in price from P to P1.
Yes.
So there's an increase in price from P to P1. That brings about the quantity demanded to increase.
Yeah, quantity supply.
The quantity supply to increase from S to S1. Okay, so here they said, let me just read it from you so I can understand here. The change in equivalent price, no, not this.
Changes, but
Yeah. They said a change in supply will also affect equilibrium price. For example, if supply increases, the price will fall. In figure 3B, in this 3B, an increase in supply for the product is shown by a shift in the supply curve to the right from S to S1. The change in equilibrium price because supply and demand are now equal at a different point. The prices falls down from P to P1, and the amount sold in the market has gone up from Q to Q1. If supply were to fall, the opposite would happen. The supply curve will shift to the left from S to S2, price would rise from P to P2, and the amount traded in the market would fall from Q to Q2. So look at the graph now. Here, based on this graph, there is an increase in price. There's a fall in price. A fall in price from P to P1 will shift the quantity supply leftward from S to S2. So that means we're going to have different demand and supply will meet at different points.
So if there was a decrease in price.
Yeah, if there's a decrease, there's a decrease in price from P to P1. The quantity supply in the market will shift leftward from S to S2.
Is it not the opposite? Increase.
No. Yeah, because there's changes in price. So at this point in time, the equilibrium will be different. Demand and supply will meet at different points.
Yes, so price decreases, supply increases. Yeah, I get it.
If price decrease, supply will reduce. And a price increase, if price decrease, the price decrease will be from P to P1.
Mm-hmm.
The quantity supply in the market will fall from S to S2.
Yes.
So that means we're going to have different equilibrium. Demand and supply will be meeting at different points. Yeah. Demand is there.
Yeah, demand.
So demand will be at D to S2.
Yeah.
Do you get it or not?
I'm getting it, yeah.
If price increases from P1 to from P to P2, the supply curve will shift rightward from S to S1. So the equilibrium will be at DS1 P2.
DS1 P2, yeah.
Do you get it now? DS1
P2.
P2. Do you get it? Because the price has increased from P to P2. Mm-hmm. The new equilibrium will be DS2 P2. DS1 P2, sorry.
I think
the demand curve is there.
Yeah.
It meets at different points. It meets at S1, it meets at S, it meets at S2.
Yeah.
But the meeting points now has different equilibrium. Where demand and supply is meeting is different from where it's supposed to meet because there's a change in the price of the product. A change in the price from P to P1 will shift the quantity, will shift the supply curve leftward from S to S2.
Get it, I get,
So the demand curve is still there.
I get
The demand curve is meeting at each point. There's a demand curve at S2, there's a demand curve at S, there's a demand curve at S1.
yes, it,
These are the equilibrium.
mhm.
The only equilibrium we have here, that is the correct equilibrium, is at PSQ.
SQ, that's the equilibrium.
That's the
one point.
equilibrium.
Yeah.
So now that is the equilibrium market, the market clear. That's the equilibrium price.
Yeah.
So an increase in price or a fall in price for supply curve here will either change the equilibrium point.
Yes.
So the point we are making here is that changes in the price of a product will change the equilibrium point in the supply curve.
Yes.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Together.
So now changes in demand and supply together. So it is possible for both demand and supply to change at the same time in the market. For example, demand might increase and supply decrease at the same time. This is shown in this figure. So what they are saying basically is that as soon as price increases from P to P1, the supply curve will shift. Do you get it? The supply curve will shift leftward. But why is the supply curve shifting leftward? There have been a reason for the supply curve to shift leftward. So look at what they said there. They said the increase in demand is represented by a shift to the right from D to D1. The decrease in supply is represented by a shift to the left from S to S1. So the new equilibrium price where D1 equals to S1 is P1. The price is higher and the amount sold in the market has fallen from Q to Q1. Note that it will be possible. It will be possible to redraw the diagram to show that although the price will be higher, the quantity sold could also be higher. To do this, it will be necessary to make the increase in demand greater than the decrease in supply. When there is a change in both demand and supply, it is not possible to show exactly what will happen to price and quantity unless it is known precisely by how much supply and demand will shift. So basically, sometimes an increase in price would shift the supply curve leftward because there are no resources available to produce further.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So if lack of availability of resources, we shift the supply curve leftward.
Yes.
Though the price has increased, but the quantity supply in the market is not increasing. That is the point they are making here. Do you get it?
Yes.
There's an increase in the quantity demanded from D to D1.
Yeah.
At that point in time, the supply curve is shifting leftward also from S to S1.
Yes.
While the price is increasing, something is happening. This could be as a result of high cost of production or lack of raw materials available.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So it is possible for price to increase at the same time, demand to increase and supply will reduce.
Yeah.
Do you get it? That's the point they are making. Is it clear?
Yes.
Then we have disequilibrium in the markets. Whenever there's disequilibrium, it means that there's either excess demand or excess supply. And disequilibrium means demand and supply are not equal.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yes.
So let's say if the price in a particular market is not set at the point where supply and demand are equal, there will be disequilibrium in the market. Two situations might occur. Excess demand, if the price charged in the market is below the equilibrium price.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's it. And excess supply, so look at the graph here.
Mm.
So we have the equilibrium price to be at 1.5. The equilibrium price is at 1.5. A fall below the equilibrium price will shift the supply or will reduce the quantity supply. What I'm saying is this.
Yes.
There's excess demand and excess supply. Excess demand will be as a result of a fall in the equilibrium price. The price below the equilibrium price.
Yeah.
So if products are sold below the equilibrium price, consumers will want more of that product. That would mean that demand will be more than supply.
Yeah.
That is excess demand.
Yeah.
And if price is set above the equilibrium price, it means suppliers would be willing to sell more. At that point in time, there will be excess supply in the market. So both will bring about disequilibrium. I think it's clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay.